Hi guys! In this video, I'm going to be sharing some tips around a common challenge that family caregivers have, bathing their loved one living with dementia. And so I hope to provide some helpful tips to make this activity easier, because we often find that people living with dementia are resistant to showering or bathing. And it's due to a variety of situations. Everyone's pretty unique. But hopefully these tips will help you find a way to encourage your loved one to take a bath or a shower, or to make it easier on you as the caregiver and on your loved one living with dementia. But before I dive into these tips, I do want to establish that dignity and respect of the person is absolutely necessary. We want to be sure that the person is comfortable, and also put yourself in their shoes. If you would feel uncomfortable at any point in the bathing scenario, then we need to think about ways to maintain that dignity and respect. And one way to do so is using towels. So you could take a towel and place it around the neck of a female to cover the upper part of the body. And then also for all genders, to take the towel and place it over the lap to protect those private areas, to keep them private. And then of course remove the towel for bathing that part of the body, place the towel back afterwards. And you might have a few more soggy towels than you normally would, but hey, you're getting the activity completed, you're maintaining that dignity and respect of the person. And sometimes people don't feel comfortable bathing their loved one living with dementia, or maybe their loved one doesn't feel comfortable with a family member doing it. And in those cases, it's okay to reach out for help and for professional support. At Home Instead, one of our core services is bathing. So that's something we could certainly help out with, that you could look into for extra support. So now that we've established dignity and respect of the person is really important, I want to dive into those helpful tips. So first, consider offering a choice to your loved one. For example, hey mom, would you like to shower before or after breakfast? This gives her a little bit of control around the bathing situation, and hopefully once you eat that breakfast and then go to the shower time, she's going to be a little more willing, a little more open to it. Next, you could use cues from the past to help with the bathing scenario. So if your loved one used to shower at night before bed, and here you are trying to get them to shower in the morning, that might be why you're having a little struggle. Maybe try it at night. You might have to rearrange your schedule a little bit to accommodate, but that might be the key to success for your loved one living with dementia. Also, use some of their favorite things to incorporate into the bath time situation or the shower time. You could light their favorite scented candle. Maybe it's lavender, maybe it's rose. You could put on their favorite song or their favorite artist to create a more inviting and fun environment throughout the bathing experience. And then you want to make sure that the room itself is comfortable. From a temperature perspective, you could use a comfy, cozy robe to put around them. You could also throw those towels in the dryer beforehand to make sure that they're nice and warm. You could also, I've seen family members turn on a blow dryer and then use it to heat up the room before their loved one comes into the bathroom. A few quick things that could make the environment more comfortable. Then you also want to think about the water pressure and temperature. Obviously, we want a comfortable water temperature, but also think about the pressure of the water. So someone who's getting into a shower, they're living with dementia, having the water coming down from a traditional shower head might be a little overwhelming. It might be, the pressure might be a little uncomfortable. Instead, you could consider one of these handheld shower heads. They're really easy to install, and then you as the caregiver can control where the water goes and can control the pressure. You can make sure that the water stays below the head, and then you can approach the showering of the hair from behind. That way, again, you're making it a more comfortable, inviting environment for the person living with dementia. So a few more things to consider is to set the room up for success. Make sure you have all your towels out. Make sure you have all your soaps and conditioners, shampoos out, ready to go. That way, when you're coming into the restroom, you're not pausing to get things out. Everything is set up for success of this bath or this shower. Also, if your loved one resists showering, you might want to try again later. You might try later in the day, or if they're really just not in the mood today to take a shower, you can always try again tomorrow. Another tip is breaking things down into simple steps. If you just say, let's shampoo your hair, they might be confused as to what all is involved. So you might have more success, saying, let's grab the shampoo bottle, let's squeeze some shampoo into your hand, let's rub our hands together, and then let's put that shampoo in our hair. And you can even model it. So you can give yourself a little scalp massage while you're modeling the shampooing activity, because sometimes people living with dementia, they need verbal cues in addition to a nonverbal cue. So that might be another way to help make this time more successful for you. And then you can also go back to those favorite things to offer as an incentive to your loved ones. So if they really love ice cream, you could say to them, let's take a bath and then afterwards we can have some ice cream. Or if they love going to the park, you could say, hey, let's go to the park, but first let's take a shower. So hopefully that encourages the activity and it gets it done successfully. These tips, you might have to try a few of them a few different times, a few different ways. What works today might not work tomorrow. You can even keep a little journal to keep track of what's working, what's not working. And you can also share that information with everyone that's involved in your loved one's care. So I hope that these tips can really help you in your quest to get your loved one to bathe or shower. And if you have any tips I haven't shared today, I would love to hear from you. Comment below. And I really appreciate you watching this video.